Hey guys, it's Amy Hauck of Iron Will, and we're here, as we talked about on our last video, we're going to throw out the invitation to a lot of athletes that are in the IFBB and the NPC and even the world of powerlifting who want to share their stories and their accomplishments with others. And so today we're really privileged. We're going to start off with elite athletes. And this is Eva Laura-Belle Dunbar. And I'm going to let her introduce herself and her accomplishments, but you guys are going to really be excited about not only what she has done, but the things that she's getting ready to do. So Eva, you want to tell our listeners and our audience what your accomplishments are and how you got here?
Well, I've been in fitness predominantly now for the last 5 years. I started off doing women's physique and then gradually started going into the powerlifting world. I've done just about a handful of meets thus far. I'm currently ranked number 2 in the world in the 148 class for wraps and without wraps. And as of 3 weeks ago, I just recently won my pro card.
At the North Americans?
Yes.
Right? Okay, that's pretty good. All right, well, we talked about this, that we wanted to talk to athletes like yourself,
right.
Who are trying to accomplish great things in life. Now, you obviously, you've done quite a bit already, being ranked and also having your IFB card. Ranked in the powerlifting as one of the best in the world is, as of its own, pretty amazing. But then on top of that, she's also now pro in the IFBB. So tell us about your goals going forward. That's not enough for you.
No, and one of the things I hear all the time is that it's too hard to be a dual athlete.
Yeah.
Drives me crazy.
Right.
Because I love to do both.
Yeah.
And I like to excel in both, and obviously everybody likes to put out the best that they can do. But the transition between the two is a challenge. Each is its own animal. And that's one of the things that I kind of try to pride myself in, is being able to perfect some of those details within each one of those disciplines. Okay. So as far as being an IFBB pro, I'm starting from scratch again, so now I'm nobody.
Right.
So I'd like to make a splash on the circuit, obviously, so I need to pick up a few shows in the next little while, figure out some dates of maybe where I want to compete. And of course, the ultimate goal is always to step on the Olympia stage.
Right.
And in powerlifting, I'm back in powerlifting mode now. My husband and I both compete in powerlifting. We're a power couple, if you will. His rankings are the same as mine. And we currently are scheduled to do a couple of meets together. Our first one is going to be, my husband's doing IPL Worlds in 6 weeks. But we're both going to do the LA Fit Expo as of right now, which is in the 1st of January. And then tentatively, we're looking to do the US Open, which is at the 1st of May. So that's kind of where we're at. My ultimate goal in powerlifting, there was a list that came out today. And I don't chase people or rankings or, most of the time, any of those kinds of things. I always kind of had a number in my mind of what I'm looking to do. Right. But there's a list that came out today, and it was the top 10 best raw female powerlifters in the world. Right. And I'm on that list. And so my goal is to be number one.
Number one. On that list.
And in my relentless pursuit, that is where I'm headed. So that's always
by LA.
You know what? I don't know. It's hard to put timelines on when you can do a certain performance. You have to have the perfect day. It's kind of like when you step on stage, coming in your best, having the best conditioning. Right. So for me, really, it's about being healthy. And just continuing to work on gaining my strength back progressively. Each time I get, each week I come into the gym trying to up my lifts.
And there's goals.
Yeah, exactly. And I have those numbers. I'm a Kabuki strength athlete. I'm sponsored by that company, which is a company outside of Portland, Oregon. They're fantastic. Brando's he's my programmer. Cool. And with his help and the help, obviously, of yourself and my husband, we're definitely going to look to see how far we can push the ticket.
Yeah, so. And that's what we're all about. Why we started this Iron Talk, and beyond the grind. What is that? Beyond the grind is the story behind that. So we have this world-class athlete married to a world-class athlete, and she has the nerve to say her accomplishments thus far aren't good enough. She's going to go farther than that. And she's not only going to go farther than that in powerlifting, but she's going to do that in bodybuilding too. So this is amazing. So it's a very exciting, obviously we are excited to be part of it. We want to get her on the stage to Olympia, but she's got records to break and to set on the way in powerlifting. Yes. So it's very, very, very exciting.
Yeah.
So going forward, what we want to do is to document Eva's quests and the adventures that she's going to have on the way to Olympia. Okay, so she's going to be in Vegas a couple of times these coming months. Okay, so we're going to talk about that going forward. The challenges that she's going to face, not only in the gym but outside the gym. We got stories. Everybody's got stories, and this doesn't just happen by accident. You have to plot and have plan. So my husband and I, Iron Will, we're looking at Eva as a wonderful challenge and so excited to be part of this journey. This is a woman who just on willpower alone is going to do great things, but we also want her to be accessible to you guys, to understand that she is a human being and she's got human being issues. So we want to share those too because that's where she's relatable. She's not somebody that, a superhuman machine that does these things naturally, right? So look for us to talk about where she's going and what she's doing, the challenges that she faces. But we'd also like to hear from you guys too. What are some of the things that you'd like to see? Some questions for Eva. What about your own lives? What are you doing that you can relate to? And maybe some things that you think Beyond the Grind would like to hear about. Okay, so our Iron Talk is all open to you guys, but stay tuned to hear about this special athlete, Eva, as she not only sets records in the world of powerlifting, but does something that has not been done. You talk about dual athletes, they've made some accomplishments, but not what she's trying to do. So this is where it's exciting.
I think it's important that we talk about, all aspects in a holistic approach. The training, what goes into the day in, day out of that. The nutrition, making sure that you're fueling your body for performance, because, we are a vessel and we only live in one place, and that's our bodies. And so treating it accordingly. Mobility work, and also remaining married. Things like that, the challenges that you face with the relationships that you have that are outside of the gym, and how all of these goals affect our lives accordingly. So I think with all of that being said, I think that there's so many different topics that a lot of people I think don't even think about. They see the final result, they see the podiums, or they see the package of the pictures, but the story behind those for everybody is so individual, and it's so cool to hear those stories and to see how people really learn to blossom within themselves by following their own process and learning to love their own process.
Right, and what will make you accessible too. I really want to, we're in awe of your accomplishments, but it's so wonderful when we can say, she's a regular person. You're talking about your problems coming citizenship in the country. She's from Canada and she's going through all this nonsense that we're not going to go into now, but she's a normal person facing these challenges, and then she could talk about, things should go smoothly because I'm this great athlete, but things don't always go smoothly.
Oh, everything has been an uphill battle.
Right, it makes you stronger, right? That which does not kill you. Okay, so again, stay in touch with us and come by, visit Eva's Instagram. Tell them about where they can get in touch with you.
I have an Instagram page. You can check me out. It's Eva Laura-Belle, IFBB Pro. And then just on Facebook, it's Eva Laura-Belle Dunbar. And I always hashtag in the grind. You can check both of those out. I have my own athletes page there.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. And we're Iron Will on Facebook, and Wally de Smoulier on Instagram. You can find me anywhere. And again, we want to hear from you. I know there's people out there who are fans of Eva, but we're going to make more fans of you because she's also in the women's physique division now in the IFBB. So you can relate to some of the things that she's going to be going through. and get excited for her by the time she steps on the stage in Vegas.